Okay, Angelina Jordan, backstage interview. I Put a Spell on You, Little Big Stars 2017. That would put Angelina at 11 years old, I believe. And this is from PA 1189J, our good friend Phil, or my good friend Phil. Hopefully your good friend Phil. And thanks, Phil, for bringing us this video. So let's watch.
Sie heißt Angelina Jordan. Sie ist 11 Jahre alt und sie singt Jazz. Sie wohnt in Norwegen, also in Oslo.
Because you're mine.
Ich heiße Helena Lara Haugland und ich bin die Übersetzerin.
Stop the things you do.
Und sie findet es einfach cool, wenn sie singt. Sie mag es einfach.
I ain't lying. Yeah, I can't stay.
Jag tänker att förmedla kärlek.
Also sie denkt einfach, dass sie Liebe vermitteln will und sie ist einfach glücklich auf der Bühne.
No putting me down.
Sie findet es einfach wunderbar, das Lied, und es geht auch um Liebe und sie mag das Lied halt.
Because you're mine,
Immer wenn sie singt, denkt sie an die Kinder, die keine Mama oder Papa haben oder ein Haus oder Schuhe. Und dann, deswegen singt sie immer barfuß.
Die hat mir Käse mitgebracht. Du soll mal erklären, ist das ein bestimmter norwegischer Käse? Der sieht ja ein bisschen, könnte auch irgendwie so ein bisschen was Süßes sein. Aber was ist das für ein Käse? Wie heißt der?
Brünost.
Brünnus?
Also er war sehr nett und ja. Und natürlich lustig. Brünost.
Brünnus, ja? Ja, naja, wenn ich den jetzt esse, dann kriege ich bestimmt keinen Kuss mehr von dir. Hätte ich aber auch so nicht bekommen, oder?
Das schmeckt ein bisschen komisch, also sind wir uns noch nicht so sicher.
Ja, der Norweger mag sowas. Ja?
Nicht alle.
Nee.
Also in Norwegen ist das so eine voll komische Tradition, dass man hat den auf Pfannkuchen und mit Marmelade drauf.
Eller knäckebröd.
Oder nur auf Knäckebrot.
Was ist? Nicht wispern hier.
Doch. Soll ich mit dir hier sitzen oder soll ich...
Wenn sie singt, dann gehen wir.
Nein, soll ich jetzt zur Seite gehen?
Wir beide gehen zur Seite.
I don't care if you don't want me. I'm yours right now.
So there you have the interview with Angelina Jordan and her. I don't know whether that was a friend of hers or she was just there acting as a host or whatever. Because I don't speak Norwegian, I don't know what they were saying. But two cute little girls there having a conversation, and of course Angelina singing magnificently. I Put a Spell on You, the first song I ever heard Angelina sing. Nothing will ever beat that 9-year-old black and white version, because to me that's just a masterpiece. You know, you can try copying the Mona Lisa, but good luck. Still the Mona Lisa. And you know, that's the way I feel about that original version of the I Put a Spell on You. Angelina was like, the whole video was perfect in my opinion. So well, you know, that's just my opinion. So now you come to this one. Beautiful voice. Her voice is deeper and richer here. She's 11 years old, a couple years older, and that might be expected, I suppose. But beautiful version this time too. You know, the thing is, you know, when you even comparing Angelina to Angelina or other artists to Angelina to other artists, you know, it's not fair, because like the 9-year-old I Put a Spell on You, masterpiece, studio production type video, the whole thing. It's a standalone masterpiece. just like in the museum, there's all kinds of different stuff in there. There's not the same picture being copied by copy by copy by copy. You know, other people trying to copy it to be the same. That isn't what's there. It's standalone pieces of work, masterpieces, okay? So when you try to compare those things, I mean, how do you? You know, talk about apples and oranges, right? Quick story, I was in the Louvre once, the biggest museum in the world, I believe. If it's not the biggest, it's one of the biggest. For 15 minutes, and then I had to go. But I did go see the Mona Lisa and the Venus de Milo. I had gotten married, and my wife's name at the time was Lisa, so we had to go see Mona Lisa. We were in Paris. And then we had a dog named Venus, so we had to go see Venus de Milo, and after that we were gone with the wind. And why do I bring that up? It's just because when you're in the museum, by that time had been in Rome and Italy and a bunch of places, went to all kinds of museums. And I don't know about you, but after a while you kind of get museumed out after a bit. You know, we visited a lot of churches and, you know, historic sites and all kinds of other stuff too. And I loved all of it. It was great. But, you know, by the time you get to the Louvre, the biggest museum in the world, you've kind of pretty much seen a lot of things. And it was the end of the trip and all that. So we didn't spend a lot of time there. I mean no disrespect to the Louvre or to the French people or anybody else. It's just that, you know, we had to get ready. We had to get on the plane to head back to the United States. So we didn't have a lot of time to spend, unfortunately. So back to Angelina, you know, the standalone piece of art. You can't really compare. I don't think two things like that. They're not the same. You know, Angelina can never do another 9-year-old Angelina. I put a spell on you. She's never going to be 9 years old again. That time is gone. And this one here, 11 years old on Little Big Stars, that time is gone. And Angelina seems to have a real knowledge of that because she always is moving the ball forward or moving the bar higher, however you want to put it. Every time she does a song, think of the one she's done recently, the Million Miles, one of my favorite songs of hers that gets me crying right from the first note. Every time she does it, it's different, and I think it's better in a lot of ways. But sometimes it's just different. Now, when I say better, it just means she tweaks it. She's always tweaking things. You know, this version is fantastic. This version is even more fantastic. This one is fantastic. You know, sometimes, you know, the things just hit you a different way. You know, depending. And it could be not the song. It could be you. It could be the day that you're having. You ever have one of those days where everything's going great? Then you know what? The whole world seems great. And you ever have one of those days when things aren't going so good, everything you touch, you know, goes to baloney. And, you know, when you have one of those days, it's like, man, you don't even want to touch anything. Because you know it ain't going to come out right, whatever it might be. It could be anything, you know. But, so is that the stuff that's around you that's going wrong? Or is that you? Because no matter where you go, the little things are happening. And is it you? It's got to be you, right? Because you're the only consistent factor. Anyway, I'll stop talking. I could ramble on forever. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did, and wish I spoke Norwegian. One of my friends and Angelina reactor has been around for a long time. Phil PA1189J. He said, "Why don't I learn Norwegian?" And I wrote back to him and said, "I don't even speak English. That's my native language." Now you want me to learn another language. Maybe I'd be better off learning Norwegian. I don't know. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.